All right, y'all, but we almost time. Almost time. Yes, almost time. Oh gosh. I'm nervous. Come on, come on. Yes. It is time. Definitely put that on my story. What's up, y'all? What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wiley Show. Listen, you guys, I am sorry the show is a little late this morning, but I had a phone call and somehow I kind of like overbooked myself. But if everything goes good, we got how many videos we got planned today? We got an interview book today. Then we got another interview book. So if everything goes to plan, we have 2 interviews that we have booked today. And I'm just excited. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to say the name of the person because I want everything to go through. Whenever they hit that link and you get the text message, that's where you'll know that's what time it is for them to come on. So let us first start out with the first topic. Everybody is talking about the battle, the versus battle. We all know Brandy and Monica versus battle was the highest rated versus battle in the history of versus battle. But we have a new versus battle that's going to be coming up. That will be Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle. They're going at it. Both of them will be battling, and it's going to be lit. I can't wait for that. I just know I'm not even looking at it as who's going to win, who's going to lose. Both women going to win because you see the stream's going to go up. And when you on the phone with these writers and these people that wrote these records, everybody's appreciative because the producers win, the writers win, the artists win, because your streams jump up 800 to 900%, and everybody gonna be watching that Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight. Do I think that is gonna beat the ratings of Brandy and Monica? No. But do I think thousands, about 700, 800,000 people gonna be tuned in? Absolutely yes. Because both of Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle have a multi-generational fan base. And this will introduce Gladys Knight and it will introduce Patti LaBelle to the new consumers that are currently streaming music, that are currently, download music on iTunes. So this will introduce them on the digital route. Because if you look at their streams, their monthly streams are not that great. It's not massive, but when you check back after that versus battle, I can guarantee you their Spotify stream is going to be up. Their iTunes download is going to be up. Everything's going to be an increase after this versus battle. So I'm here for them. Now I'm not here for it and say, hey, I'm not here for it and say, well, it ain't gonna be them. Listen, it's not who you like, listen. It's whoever you're a fan of. You got people that's a big fan of Gladys Knight. You got a big people that are a fan of Patti LaBelle. Now Gladys Knight has some great songs. I was just listening to Gladys Knight records. I love Gladys Knight. I love Patti LaBelle. I love both of them. Now, I don't know both of their catalogs, in sense of like that, because I only listen to like their popular songs. So, of course, they're going to be hitting up the crates up there, getting songs that we as younger fans probably don't even know, but people that was part of their generation probably know. So I'm looking in the chat. Somebody said, I'm a big Gladys Knight fan. She can sing anything. Patti has better showmanship. So I'm here for it. I don't know if Patti gonna get up there. Patti love to sing live. Patti love to sing live. So I don't know if she gonna if only you knew how much. Okay, I don't know if she gonna get that mic or throw them shoes to the side. I don't know, but I'm here for it. I'm going to be watching it like everybody else. When you say tune in, I'm going to be tuning in. And, of course, we will do that review the following day. Now, Now, I heard that because everybody was like, wow, are you going to talk about that? I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about it. All right. So we're going to our next subject I want to get into is Joe Budden. I don't know who Joe Budden pissed off with Spotify or somebody that is powerful, but they are letting this man have it. Now, already Twitter explodes after a document believed to be about Joe Budden, this according to Neighborhood Talk, alleges he personally, did something to his dog that he don't supposed to be doing to a dog. It's okay for you to do it, if you want to M-word yourself, and I can't say the real word because, YouTube, but he was doing something to his dog that I thought was very disturbing. So they have abuse accusations that Joe Budden are coming faster than the cure from Rona. We all heard the alleged audio from conversations that appeared to be between him and his baby mother, where she reminds him that he once dragged her. If you can recall, Tahari made similar claims while interviewing with Hollywood Unlocked. Social media users didn't waste any time coming up to Joe's defense and said the accusations were only coming out because he spoke out against Spotify. And they said, well, all that went out the window last night after a document surfaced that is to believe about Joe, which he states he may have, did something, to his dog. All right, which is really crazy. Like, that's disturbing if you do something. That's a sick person who would do something like that. So they read, it's like a document right here, and it said this on a court document. It said, without putting too fine a point on it, suffice to say the defendant has not only expressed concern for the dog's lack of a sex partner, but has personally assumed responsibility for relieving any pent-up tension. The defendant, for a reason I cannot fathom, has personally jerked off the dog. Defendant reportedly states that he sees his function as a responsibility since there are no B words around to provide a outlet for the dog. Oh my gosh. OMG. I see, this is to me. I don't know if this is real or fake, but it's like some court documents that was on Twitter. Now, I'm really looking like it's probably fake, but I personally believe Spotify is behind this. I believe that he pissed off the wrong people, and is just on the tantrum of just attacking his character and exposing every rumor and everything and just blowing it out of proportion. I do believe his baby mama and his ex-girlfriend, they are clout chasers. I don't believe that they were abused. I believe that they are chasing clout and they're seeing an opportunity to be relevant, because you have to understand a lot of these women that are reality stars or into the business, they are looking for a come up. People ain't booking them for shows. So if you can say an interview and drag somebody to get other interviews that you can pay for to just come out with scandalous information, I personally don't believe it. I personally feel like this got a smell that smells like a takedown to me. That's what it smells like. It smells like they trying to take old Joe down because Joe and that Spotify deal. But that was the same thing they said about Bill when they was talking about that day he wanted to buy NBC or CBS. I don't know if that was a conspiracy, but they said the same thing. But this is quite fishy that he was calling Spotify out for not giving him vacation time and this. And then soon after the whole Spotify gate, you hear allegations out there to the dog. Now, you did something to somebody. They pulling up documents about a dog. Now, I don't necessarily believe that about the dog. Let me see if I can pull up the Twitter see, did he post anything on his Twitter account regarding all of this situation. I'm looking on his Twitter. Nothing have he done it. They said, okay, this is what someone tweeted Joe Budden. They said, bro, I don't know who you pissed off, but the smear campaign is crazy. And Joe Budden responded with this: you can't kill nothing that's ready to die. They said somebody else, he retweeted this person that said, I said at Joe Budden BS about the thick skin ish. I think he still is. But at this point, like this publicly, he's doing a good job of showing that. So they are literally tweeting him yesterday, and he been retweeting them as well. And he said this. This is what Joe Budden tweeted. He said, "Staying clear of miserable vibrations. They out there." So okay, so he's out there just connecting with the fans and all it is. It do feels like a takedown. You could smell a smear campaign and a takedown. I have experienced that, and I'm not even up there with these people. I don't even have my Spotify deal. I don't even have my Apple Music deal yet. I'm not even out here yet. A household name, and I already had like a quote unquote a failed takedown. I just like what? Because you can definitely feel that spirit that it is a takedown. You know what I'm saying? So the thing, because where the rest of it and why now surface Spotify, Tahari, and also, but like what the world is going on? Of course, we will open up the phone lines because what we started on the Wiley Show, where we chop up episodes, so we would get small segments of the show that you may miss, and we'll chop it up. Due to the fact a lot of people don't watch a 3-hour show, you might love a segment with a caller on the line, or you might love a segment of me talking about this. So what we did yesterday, we chopped up some segments of the show, and we posted that on yesterday. So I don't know if you all checked that out. A couple of hundred of you all checked it out, which was great. So that's what we did. So my point about the Joe Budden situation, I hope that whatever he does, he resolve this issue, because it's only going to get worse from here. Whoever is starting this campaign against Joe Budden, they are doing an amazing job, because it is like a snowball effect. It keep on rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. Yeah, so I'm just telling you, when it comes to Joe Budden, I'm really praying for the brother. I don't know. I'm gonna just say that, Joe Budden. I really, really don't know. So I'm gonna just tell you, get it together, brother. Now, Ellen DeGeneres, another person that I feel like it was a takedown or some truth to whatever happened, she announced the return of her talk show and ready to address the controversy. We're going to talk about it. According to the Neighborhood Talk, it said this, quote, "Neighbors, it looks like Ellen DeGeneres is ready to shuck and drive her way back on set." According to the Seattle Times, DeGeneres has come forward to say that the show will return on September 21st for the 18th season. "I can't wait to get back to work and back to our studio. And yes, we're going to talk about it," Ellen reportedly said in a statement. "It's no secret that the future of Ellen was unclear, or Warner Brothers launched an investigation into the claims from current and former employees that they have been subject to harassment, racism, and sexism." September guests will include Tiffany Haddish, Chris Rock, Baldwin, Kerry Washington, Amy Schumer, Orlando Bloom, and Chrissy. So I am going to say this. I'm glad that she's bringing back the show, because it pretty much wasn't her fault. It was the producer's fault that did what they did. But of course, she took the blame of it, because guess what? You are the face of your brand. If something happened at the Wiley Show, it could be a producer, it could be this, it could be that. It's going to come back at it's Wiley fault. Even I might not know nothing that's going on when it comes to what happened offline, or somebody was in somebody's DM. Guess what they're going to come to? They're going to come to the host. "Hey, Wiley, I want to bring this to your attention. This is what's going on." They're going to bring it to my attention. I'm going to be like, "Well, I don't know what's going on." They were like, da, 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 da. So it's our child. But I am going to watch this, because I was hearing from the grapevine that she is a terrible, mean person. That the more articles I read, they said that is not Ellen that you see on television, the joyous person, the sweetest person. She is really mean in person. They said she's not the same. That is just a persona that she put out on the internet, and she put on her show, that when she do real behind the scenes, that she don't play, that she's very mean. And so I'm like, okay, all right, mean and Shirley. Did I say that right? Mean and Shirley, mean and Shirley. Well, anywho, she was very mean. And they said she don't play. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm not gonna throw her under the bus because, like I said, I wasn't behind the scenes. But what I read that she just a mean, nasty person. That exactly what I read. That's what I read. Somewhere I read in my Dr. King voice that Ellen is not that sweet dancing woman that she do on television, that she literally will make you cry. Okay, I've heard that about Steve Harvey. That Steve Harvey is not the most nicest guy that you can meet, that you see on media, but behind closed doors, he's very, very, I'm just saying, not the best person. Okay, that's what it was about Ellen. So I'm definitely gonna pray. I will be watching the show. I can guarantee you that show gonna be the highest rated episode because everybody gonna go to be nosy, include me. I'm gonna be there being nosy too. Now, wow, this is. I'll pull this on the green screen. Hopefully, the green screen show really good because they haven't really been showing my images really good. I guess I got to get another light, probably because it's a lot of space. I need to give me another light, but let's just pull it up. Okay, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, they are back in the news. Tory Lanez, apparently, according to TMZ. They have the text messages, and this is what the Neighborhood Talk posts. According to the TMZ, Tory texted Megan and had a lot to say. TMZ have seen the text got on the evening of July 12th. He wrote this. This is what Tory Lanez wrote to Megan Thee Stallion. Quotes, I know you probably never going to talk to me again, but I genuinely want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. His alleged reason behind the attack was this. I was just too drunk. What's interesting about this is that in the messaging, about the message, he never mentions the word gun or shooting, but he's taking ownership for something. None this less is should have never happened. I can't change what did. I just feel horrible. So that was a text that Tory Lanez sent to Megan Thee Stallion. Let me read it again for the people that are just joining in. So TMZ got a copy of the text message that Tory Lanez sent Megan Thee Stallion on the evening of July 12th. And he wrote this quote. This was the text. I know you probably never going to talk to me again, but I genuinely want to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. His alleged reason behind the attack was this. This is a quote from Tory Lanez, according to TMZ. I was just too drunk. What's interesting about this is that in the messages, he never mentions the word gun or shooting, but he's taking ownership for something. And this is another quote. Nonetheless, ish, the S word, that's what I'm saying, ish, shall have never happened. I can't change what did. I just feel horrible. On yesterday, we even broke down that Megan Thee Stallion and, Tory Lanez, it was a conversation that they had. It was Tory Lanez were saying that his streams took a major hit after the whole toll gate, okay? After the whole feet gate. It took them plummeted according to, what was that? According to, my gosh, according to, oh my gosh, I can think of the, is that not Ebony? Oh gosh, what was according to that site that always, the Forbes, according to Forbes, they said he had took a major hit, a major hit. That's what it said happened. According to Forbes, he had took a major hit that happened. So I am definitely, when I tell you guys this is a very sad situation. I'm sitting here with my friends and I was reading it with them and I was like, man, like this, I think Tory Lanez's career is pretty much over with because of the simple fact he did this to this person. And this is crazy. So I think his career as a blogger is pretty much, not as a blogger, but as a singer, is pretty much over with. And that is what I have to say about that. I think it's done with. I think it's over with because of what he did. This is crazy, and he's going to have to get it together, okay? Thank you so very much, y'all. Sorry, my production assistant finally made it in, all right? Okay, so my next topic that I want to get into, so Toilet, get it together. They have to do it at your crib pretty much over. Just go back to Canada, get your life together. I got some subscribers in Canada and stuff. Go back to Canada and I come and sit down and interview. But you need to leave the United States. You done messed up. Before I get to the next topic, you had everything set up for you. You had quarantine radio. You had people shaking it. You had a dope idea. Everybody was tuned into your quarantine radio. Everybody was tuned into your live. Everybody was checking you out. You got too drunk, and that's how I tell people to stop all that drinking. Okay, I ain't judging, but you do stuff when you drink. Got your little piece and hit her in her pinky or in her ankle or in the crest of her feet. You did that. And then you're going to send a text. Like, I just think like nobody's going to do business with you doing that type of stuff. You're going to have to work really, really hard. Now, you probably can call up, Lil' Kim, but no, Lil' Kim ain't going to work with you because she ain't down with people hitting people in a pinky toe. I don't know who can you work with. Maybe you can work with the city girls because they looking for a hit. I don't know who you can work with. You can't work with Erica Banks because that ain't going to happen. Or you could probably work with Erica Banks, but Carl ain't letting that happen. He ain't bringing that controversy down there because you ain't about to hit up Erica Banks and her pinky or her ankle because that's his money bag right there. That's his golden goose. Well, she ain't a golden goose. She's a potential golden goose. She's a golden goose in training. She's out there and doing this, traveling and getting things together. So make sure that, I'm just saying, it's just you can work with Xigler Banks. It's somebody that you can really, really work with. But you can't be going out here pulling up your piece, hitting folks in their ankles and toes and all that type of stuff. No. And if you can't, and I'm going to tell you this goes to celebrity content creators. And I say this, if you cannot control your liquor, don't drink. Don't drink. If you cannot control your liquor and you do stuff and it takes you out of character, put the bottle down. Put down the cocktail. If you know that you can't control yourself when you are drinking a 40 or a Henny or all the Snoop Doggy Dogg drink, the P. Diddy drink, whatever drinks they have, because I'm not a drinker, put it down. Because you're going to always find yourself in a mess. Put it down. And that's what I wanted to say about that, okay? Put it down. Now, Tory Lanez, I do feel bad for you. I feel bad, but I also feel bad for my sister Megan because she the one that had to put her foot wrapped up and they had to get stuff out of her foot and she got to go to the strip club with her foot all wrapped up. I don't want to see that. That take away from the fantasy. I don't want to see my girl with a wrapped up foot. That's how I want my future wife built. That cornbread eating built, collard green eating built like that. I don't want to see my girl, wrapped up with some wrapper and all that type of stuff and gauze and all that. No, absolutely not. So get it together. And it ain't her fault that you come up to her kneecap, that you ain't tall. That ain't her fault. Take it up to your parents. Your mama should have smashed a guy that was my height, about 6'2". It ain't her fault that you come up to her kneecap. That ain't her fault. That ain't her fault that she way bigger and taller than you. You take that up with your parents. She don't be coming at Megan. She a future superstar. She coming for that crown of Nicki Minaj crown. Whenever she retires and stuff like that, her man, whatever he get permission from the judge, whatever he can go, whenever she could retire. What was that? No, I'm gonna just say it like that. Whenever he can get permission from the judge, whatever they can go live, because he can't be around certain areas. He's on that list. with quotations around that list where he got to get permission. Your Honor, is it okay that I go to the grocery store with my daughter? He got to get that type of permission. It is what it is. Let me not press again because I don't want to lose that follow because I don't want to be able to cry. Let me not press again. I don't want to lose that follow. I definitely want to lose that follow because I definitely want to be on Queen Radio. I definitely let me not press again because you know what they say. I gotta build relationships. I should have said that. Let me move on because they'll send it to Nikki and then she unfollow me and I don't want to be up here crying. Okay. All right. We're looking at it. So we're going to move right along and we're going to get into Tamar Braxton and her boyfriend David Alfonso or Frenzy, whatever this name is, whatever the man's name is. But anywho, he allegedly got a order of protection, restraining order against Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton's boyfriend files a restraining order after her attempt report, the S word attempt report. Some words we can't say on the show. Okay. Tamar Braxton boyfriend David has reportedly filed a restraining order against the reality star. David asked the judge for a restraining order against Braxton, citing domestic violence, according to court documents obtained by the Blast. People is out to the LAPD. David and Braxton rep for comment. On July 16th, Braxton, 43, was found unresponsive in her room. And she broke her silence after the incident on July 30th, explaining on Instagram that she attempted to offer herself after suffering pain for the past 11 years while working in the entertainment industry. Who I was began to mean little to nothing because it will only be how I was portrayed on television that will matter. It was witnessing the slow death of the woman I became that discouraged my will to fight, Braxton said in a lengthy and raw statement. The pain that I have experienced over the past 11 years has slowly ate away at my spirit and my mental. The Celebrity Big Brother winner says she is now learning to grow through her pain instead of looking for an escape and will be seeking treatment to be the best mother to her son. And she wrote like a lengthy post. She said, I'm so grateful I was in our home lifeless. I'm sure finding me the way that you did couldn't have been easy. She wrote in a since deleted post. Through the entire time you have held my hand, heard my cries, held me when I have been weak. You have had my entire back. That was a statement that she made in regards to her then boyfriend, David. And in a comment, David reiterated his love for Braxton and her son, 7-year-old son, Logan, whom she shares with her ex-husband, Vincent. I love you. You love me. We love Logan. Together forever, he wrote, adding multiple heart emojis as well as a diamond ring. Now it getting into a restraining order. But that's how much I have heard about it. Me and my producers being very active in these YouTube streets, we got an update. Being very, very active in these YouTube streets, we got an update. Now, my producers, I was already watching it, but it was good to see my producers watching it too. Let's go to it. My producers, let me see where you at. Now Jason Lee went live. He got a show that's called Gagging. You already know Gagging. He got a new YouTube show. Don't really get them many views like that. Many YouTubers I know personally get better views than him. But he got a new show called Gagging. In this text, Jason Lee got the text message. Now, mind you, he was sitting with, interviewing T.S. Madison. And you already know T.S. Madison is really good friends with Tamar Braxton. Messy Jason Lee texts Tamar and didn't get Tamar permission to leak the text messages. And Jason Lee fashion, he released the messages, and I'm going to read it to you. This is what Tamar wrote. She said, he said he was going to kill me. We were on the way to treatment, and he said we were going to end up in a murder-suicide. Only grabbed him after he grabbed me hard. That's his thumbprint. I never hit him. He hit me. I didn't do a police report because I wasn't trying to ruin his business. David just don't want to look bad on this WeTV show. He wants everybody to think I'm crazy. He's damn hungry and thirsty. Malika picked me up from treatment. She is a witness. He called the police after we went. And before I left, I tore the camera out of his 2013 Rolls Royce because I know how thirsty he is. All facts. He is a liar. And this is what Jason Lee wrote. Messy Jason Lee. He wrote this: Tamar, I saw your new show. I believe you went through what you went through because of, for him, he didn't want to look like the pathetic, controlling piece of ish that he is. I only didn't say nothing because I don't want to put you in danger because it's on now. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, for first and foremost, I did not like that he released the text message. Not only did Messy Jason Lee release the text message, she also needs to probably get some treatment because he losing too much weight. I'm gonna just say that. Also, he released a picture of the thumbprint on Tamar Braxton. And T.S. Madison was like, no, don't post it. No, Jason Lee, no. And she did that while she was looking. And I'm like, why did T.S. Madison click off the camera? Why did she click off? That's supposed to be your friend and it's getting exposed. Let somebody else. I'm just saying, let me not calm down. Let me not, because there's got to be a relationship in the industry. But I would have hoped, let me say this, I would have hoped that T.S. Madison would have exit left because that was messy of Jason Lee to release those text messages on his show. He did not have permission to release the text messages of Tamar. He said he did not have the permission, and he did it to be messy. That's not cool. That is not cool. And this is why some of these celebrities are skeptical of being friends with these bloggers. That's why some of these celebrities don't want to be friends with these bloggers because you gotta, you never know when they want to leak you out for a click and a view. He's trying to get that show up because all these other YouTubers, Tasha K is beating him in ratings. Wiggins is beating Jason Lee in ratings. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody checking out no Jason Lee. All that weight he losing, that man needs to be somewhere in somebody's sick and shut in list. You losing too much weight. I'm looking at that man. I said, good God. I just see it like he disappeared. But only thing that's standing still is that big head he is. Do y'all see that? It look like he need me to come over there and pray for him. It look like nothing that you see is his head. That's what you see, is his head, that big gigantic head. I said he need to be on the sick and shut-in list. He definitely need to be, y'all, we need to pray for Jason Lee, pray for our brother, and put him on the sick, pray for him. If any missionaries available, can we please send him some soup and also crackers? So we are putting Jason Lee on the sick and shut-in list. He needs to be right up there, from the church. Add him to the list. Put him right there. Because that's so much. I don't know what's going on with him. But whatever he did, I don't want to do that. So I'm like, what the heck are you doing? I'm like, you getting thinner and thinner. See, with me, I'm losing weight and thinning down. It's because I'm just walking and drinking water. I'm just walking, drinking water every day. I'm walking, and drinking some water. That is exactly what I'm doing. I ain't doing those, hallelujah. I ain't doing those surgeries. Hallelujah. I ain't going to no Dr. Oz and they ain't getting no vacuum cleaner and sucking out nothing out of my body. I'm just drinking water and walking, okay? I don't want to do no bypass. I just walk it out until it can drop. I ain't doing that and then suck it and all that type of stuff. All that. No. Okay? Hallelujah. No. So that's just me. So when I look at Jason Lee, I said, no, man, I don't want my weight to drop out like that. No, I want it to be natural and I look good. And even when you see me in person, I'm not big. I got to look good. But I look good for the weight and for my 6'2". But this is what I want to say about Tamar Braxton and David. I think y'all need to separate. Tamar, you an amazing person. I've been following you for a long time. I just feel like that man is a cloud chaser trying to suck up your energy, sister. He's not good for you. Let him go, Sister Tamar. Live your life, do your shows, make your good business, and write a great album. And it's gonna be Grammy worthy. Try to team up with one of these up and coming artists and do a versus battle, Tamar. Don't let none of these people steal your joy, Tamar. You are beautiful. You are talented. You don't need no man sucking up your energy and making you feel bad. No, that man, your king, supposed to be supporting you. And once you break up for David, take a break. Don't rush into another relationship. Take him through a process. Don't just go rush into another relationship. Get to know self first. Go to your psychiatrist. Build your self-esteem up so you don't get caught up with another clout chaser. Take your time. And if you're available, I'm single too. And, I'm a king and trainer. I ain't got the money like that, but I can get it. I can get it, though. I can get it. If you down dating somebody in their 30s, I'm down for it, okay? Okay, I'll treat you like the queen that you are. And I'll be your manager. We'll negotiate a good contract with WeTV because I don't play no game. If you're available, I'm just saying. I gotta, if you single, I'll be right there. You can go see your psychiatrist, and I go see my psychiatrist, and then we just have a good old time after that. Okay? I'm gonna just say that. So if you single, I'm single. You gotta see your psychiatrist, I see my psychiatrist, and then we go ahead on and we have a good old time. We get on Spirit Airlines and we can just go to the Bahamas or something. Go to Spirit, go to the Bahamas and all that type of good stuff. But you definitely need to take a break. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. I'm telling you right then and there, don't rush getting into no other relationship. Get some good records, write some records down because don't rush it. Because you need to get with somebody that's going to build you up, not get you somebody that's going to tear you down. Absolutely not. Good morning. Who is this? This who? Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, yes. What was the number? Yes. 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 Oh, thank you so much for that. Thank you, sister. You be blessed. All right, y'all. I'm like, who are that? Okay, so that was going on. So just take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. I'm sorry, that was one of my attorneys on the line. We got to move on because these people. I be getting served with a cease and desist, quick, fast, and a hurry. It's a lot of stuff I can't really talk about. So I'm like, how I get served with a cease? I ain't even do nothing. I ain't even said nothing. These people serve me quick. But let me move on. I can't press the gas on these people. So some stuff I don't talk about because once you serve me, I ain't like Tasha K. I blow my nose with it. I know that stuff that's gonna be scaring me. Sure, I'm like, who said is it real? Let me move on. I'm like, okay, let me move on. I can't press the gas. All right. Let me have to send them a text message. I ain't saying nothing. No. Okay? These people, they be just like, what do I know? I ain't even do nothing. What I do? The book ain't even out yet. I'm just talking. Where's the book at? Don't mention my name in that book. I'm like, what? Your name not even in the book. The book ain't even been released. We haven't even had no book release party yet. You'll be serving me with a cease and desist already. It's too early to be serving me with a cease and desist. Serve me with a check. Let's move on. Oh, I'm definitely going to put that name up in there and print the copy out. I'm going to have to, I don't know if I can put the copy of the cease in the book. But anywho, let's move on. These people, they did something else. What are they calling me? All right. Let's go. Okay. All right. Let's get into Erica Banks. Okay, so the reason I'm putting her on the picture is because you already know she's a celebrity, and I want to get into. I put in. Let me make sure that I discuss everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Love everybody here in the chat. So everybody was talking about, my Wiggins and DayTimeTeaTime link up. Like that was some big news, and in celebrity gossip, and as celebrity bloggers, as public figures, teaming up. Of course, I even made commentary, and people were saying, "Oh my God, you sound jealous." And this is what I tell people to tune in right now to this segment. Share with your girlfriends, text your girlfriends, and let them know that Wiley is doing this segment. Okay. So Erica Banks is an artist on 1501. Been there not too much, probably almost a year. So I started to really take notice of Erica Banks when she started to trend on different blogs, and they was throwing shade. And I wanted to listen to Busted. I started listening to Busted, and I started listening to other. Then I started listening to Hell No. Then I really started getting into her project, and then she started to creep up on YouTube because DayTimeTeaTime, I believe, was the first blogger that I know that sat down with Erica Banks and did an incredible interview with her. She interviewed Erica Banks, and it was a beautiful interview. And then, she gave Amar Wiggins credit because, and then I started finding out about Erica Banks because Amar Wiggins started to talk about her and started doing reviews. So she interviewed her, and then Amar Wiggins interviewed Erica Banks too. And it was an incredible interview. And some parts of it, they didn't like it when he said, you should work with Nicki. I mean, you should work with Cardi. Well, I would love to work with Cardi, but did she say Nicki? Why would you say that? Blah, blah, blah. You know how they does it. But overall, it was an incredible interview. It was a lit interview. I think she's very personal. She don't have the big head. Like, this is the time to really, be there for her. And this is like to see this journey with 1501 is really they're investing money into her, and that she owns a big chunk of her music and her masters. She don't own all of it, but she got a pretty good deal with 1501 when he gives this artist. So I think that's dope. Now let's zoom up to Atlanta. So Amar Wiggins announced that he's going to link up with DayTimeTeaTime, with Candace. That's her name. They're gonna link up, and they're gonna have this conversation. Now, some people were I was throwing a lot of shade because it was entertaining, and I'm like, was they doing it to get to Tasha K? And then I could have been messy and said, oh, Tasha K left the city because maybe she wasn't ready to deal with them. She went on to Florida, but anywho, she was vacationing with her family. So then people were sending me stuff in my DMs about my Wiggins and Candace. Some stuff I released, some stuff I didn't release because it was too much. I only released one piece of a video because some stuff I ain't just gonna be released. Okay, I keep it in my inbox. Anything I'm not gonna release. So we released that, and people were dragging me, of course. But when he came back and he did the review of his story time of Candace, I was listening to his reason of how he was talking about Candace. And how Candace is a businesswoman, how Candace get things done, and how Candace is an amazing talker. One thing about Candace is an incredible woman that you can talk to. She gets her point across. She understands business. She don't BS you. She's very personable. If you reach out to her on a DM, if she have time, she will respond to you. She will give you advice. She will let you know if you're too messy on her time. Because I remember one time I put an interview out there, and it was I put her name and Tasha K name, and mind you, DayTimeTeaTime did come on my show, but then she was like, Wiley, you should have put on there like what did she say? Rewind or repeat or replay, or put the date when it originally aired, so that people won't think that I'm still cool with Tasha and all that. She was really giving me great suggestions, and even the suggestions that I'm not even going to share that she gave me helped me garner more support. I will honestly tell you that Candace definitely gives great advice. I learned so much from her just observing and watching her moves. So when he was explaining it, I think that was dope. And he said something that they were linking up to go to the mansion party. Now, mind you, the mansion party, you can pay a ticket to go to the mansion party, right? But the mansion party shut down because it was overcrowded. But then before they got to the mansion party, DayTimeTeaTime went to this hotel room, asked her sister, and they changed and stuff like that. That's when you know the relationship is genuine, because when people change your hotel room, when people does that, it's like a genuine relationship. And the one thing, because I'm very observant, so when I saw the videos, I saw both of them. I saw Ahmad Wiggins and DayTimeTeaTime. They went to Erica Banks. They went to Carl Crawford house, right? The owner and CEO of 1501, because the mansion party, it was shut down and they had to go ahead on. They already paid expensive money to get 2 tickets to go there, but it was already shut down and Erica Banks wasn't even there. But due to them having the relationships and the industry relationships with 1501 and with 1501 management, they were able to get the address of where Carl Crawford house is, and they were able to sit with Carl Crawford and meet up with Erica Banks. So they all went there. So they're there in the house, and the big piece of it was Candace pulling up her, showing her, butt cheek to Erica Banks butt cheek. And of course, we talked about it, and people dragged me. Some people didn't drag me. Some people was scared. And then they even mentioned, it's like, oh my gosh, Candace, you was out of your zone, butt cheek to butt. Everything that I was saying, I was reading like the comments, they was repeating. So I'm listening to both of them, and I'm seeing it, and I'm loving it that Ahmad Wiggins and Candace. At first, I'm like, this ain't no real friendship. This is just fraudulent. But then, as the more I keep listening, I say I think this is a genuine friendship. I think it's more so like we are cool, like a sister and brother situation, as what I'm observing, and looking at it. And what entails is that they did talk about. Because he explained it to his show of why they didn't like each other. And I think that is so awesome and great when you can meet somebody that you drag on the internet and you can meet up in person, because it's different. I've met up with people that I did not like in person, and it's something totally different when you're dragging somebody on the internet. It is a totally different feeling when you meet them in person. I'm gonna say that again. When you're dragging somebody on the internet and you finally get to meet them, it's something totally different. Now, when he was having this conversation and he was talking about, Candace lost her glass, it was a very comical story, right? It's very comical because it really made Candace look very personal, things that we don't see of Candace. I think through Ahmad Wiggins' eyes, we were able to see a different version of Candace that I'm interested of seeing on camera, because the version that we get, baby, news Candace doing her research. She's breaking down the story. She get her reason of why she breaking it down that way. You don't really get the comedic version or that version that Ahmad Wiggins were painting. We rarely see that, right? And I'm interested of seeing it on camera because Candace built a massive platform. So she have a formula. She breaks down the story. She gives her opinion. Even if it's a mess going on, she don't bring it to her main channel. That's what I respect Candace on. And even if it's something that she needs to address, she will reach out to you, speaking from experience, from behind the scenes, and be like, hello, we need to talk. And that's one thing I honor about her. And I watch her. She don't bring the activity to her YouTube. She rarely, if so, she have never done an interview to talk about another blogger in a negative light. I've never seen her done that. Never seen that. I've asked her, and this is why I'm going to insert myself and say this. I remember I asked her, Daytime, I want you to come on the show. I want you to come on the show. And she already knew that it was going to be a messy show. And she said something that I honor of her, and I will never forget. She said, let me talk to my husband first to see if it's okay. Because I knew that it was going to be a messy interview. Because the questions that I had for her, but she declined the interview. But it was my job as a blogger to chase down the story and say, okay, do you want to do it? And she said no. But she didn't, it was no nasty no. It wasn't no get out of my face no. Is at this time, I just don't, in so many words, the answer is no. At this time, no, we're going to go another way. And I honor her about that, right? It wasn't nasty because, some people could have just let that stay up in there and said, no, block me. But she didn't. And that says a lot about her character. And I didn't like it, when Tasha K said what she said about Candace, and Tasha K was like, "Oh, Wiley, I know that because that's your friend, that's your girl. I know." Because some stuff she would say, I'm like, I don't believe it, and I just say it, and it may mess up a good friendship, us hanging out, drinking in the basement. Me drinking water and you drinking chocolate chip wine. But I said no. I said, I don't believe it. And since that, my dynamic with Tasha changed. I knew it. I knew when I said it, I knew that our dynamic changed, that she could use me as her pawn. She tried though, but I said, not with Miss Candace. Because that would have been totally wrong, because this would have done nothing. When I was going, see, and then I'm going to tell you the little story. And then Ahmad Wiggins was talking about that, and then he was talking about relationships. I don't know why I inserted myself in the book. I did. My bad. And he was having this conversation. He was like, this is why it's so important to build relationships and to build relationship in the industry. You don't have to be nasty. You don't have to be this. And I'm like, excuse me, you don't have to be nasty and all that type of stuff. No, you don't have to be nasty, but let's not make it seem that you have not done nasty things, right? On your platform, or have said some problematic things, but it's okay. I think that's great, building, relationships and all of that. But let's not try to set it up as though you Mother Teresa here, you haven't done no wrong. Because that to me, that's just not true. But I do honor the fact that he told the story and he linked up with these people, because that's his passion. He want to be around these industry folks. He want to be around these celebrities. He want people to say, "Oh my gosh, you are my Wiggins, you get in for free." That's the life that he wants. And when you talk to him and you hear, I'm like, that's the life that he wants. I hope he gets that lifestyle. He wants that, because he said, Lord have mercy, Lord. He told the story that the bartender, and that's why I know that his boyfriend is at home. His boyfriend didn't come, his boyfriend didn't come. His boyfriend was at home. Because somebody, a little birdie, his boyfriend was at home. Let's just say that. Because the bartender have said this. Said, "Oh my gosh, you can come to this house party." Now, mind you, they go to this house party. And about this, he get the so-called treatment as he wanted, because people, everybody ain't gonna know you. But nevertheless, he got into the house party, and it's just like, wow. And I'm just seeing it because, and all of this, and I'll be hearing it, and I'm just really getting a good key out of it, just hearing the story, because this is what he wants. He want to rub elbows with these celebrities. He want to meet these celebrities. He want to meet these people and everything like this. And he met, Erica Banks' parents, because they're doing everything. Shout out to 1501, because I think this genius as a label to get these bloggers. Show them love, because you already know Carl Crawford 1501 team. Y'all want them to give her good publicity. They can't come out dragging her. All right, did in there, they're going to sing her praises, okay? Now, unless she poops on them or leaves or goes somewhere, don't treat them well, then you see the content change on Erica Banks. But as of right now, it's a strategy to rub elbows with these bloggers, because they need these bloggers to put their artists out there, because the more they put her name in titles, the more they put her name in content on Ahmad Wiggins' platform, as well as DayTimeTeaTime platform. That's over 600,000 plus people combined with their audience, millions of views combined with them both. Giving exposure. So I understand the game. I'm not dumb. I wasn't born last night. These people, these are genuinely not your friends. This is a business decision, right? It is business. Now, I personally will understand that even with DayTimeTeaTime and Ahmad Wiggins' relationship. This is my honest opinion. I think that's a genuine friendship, but it is also on the premise of business, right? If Candace feels something ain't right for her brand, doesn't look right for her brand, she will distance herself, because she is that type of woman. Her brand is her bread and butter. That is how she take care of her family. That is her brand, and that goes of that nature. So she will be watching. Don't think for a second that she ain't registering stuff in her brain. But from that relationship, I think it's a dope relationship. I think it's awesome. I think it's dope. I love the fact how Ahmad Wiggins, he was skeptical because, being a feminine gay man, you don't necessarily get the better treatment than that. So it's like he had women with him, and I get it. I understand it because he knows that everybody don't F with, feminine black gay men. They talk about them bad. But I knew they wasn't going to like dog him out like that. It's because they're trying to come up in the industry because you need gay people. Because most of these people that try to talk about, they doing it. They doing it on the low. They up there get things down on the low. But but they'll talk about you because you all open, you showing the light. But he said something. He said Wiley, and he didn't say Wiley, but he said something in the thing. He said that they treated me with the most ultimate respect. They didn't make me feel unwelcome. It was beautiful. And Erica Banks was like, hey, friend. And I really love that. And the main piece that I really love that I think is Erica Banks' beauty is family. When that father called into Ahmad Wiggins show, I said, that is beautiful. Because that father called and talking about, get in here, everybody get in here. Everybody get in here. The father called in. I think that's a very beautiful moment because you're interviewing somebody of her family. And the father, and I'm always asking a great question, an awesome question. He said, what do you think about the lyrics and the dressing? What do you think about that? And the father was understanding because he understand the business. He said, yes, I wanted my daughter to, finish school, but this is her dream. And so I'm going to support my daughter. I said, go ahead, father. And I'm like, you can really tell that Erica Banks were like raised right. You can just tell that and how they are watching their daughter. And that is key in this business. You need your parents there observant to know what is going on with your daughter. So I just think that is so awesome. I think that's dope. I give them kudos points that now I can be shady all day long, but I ain't shady all the time because I understand business and I get it. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. So when people were coming at me, I said, listen, guys, I said, tune into the Wiley Show because I'm going to give you another side. I'm not always shady. I can be. But in this case, in this video, this spirit, that movement, I think it's beautiful. I think it's awesome. Now, are you going to have those that's going to say he's only using Candace? Somebody posted in the chat. He's only using Candace for her content. People going to say that. But Candace, I look at her, that she enjoyed it. It was a beautiful space. When you spend a night at somebody's hotel room, not once, but twice, that'll let you know that the spirit is genuine. That'll let you know that the spirit of the friendship, the relationship is genuine. It may have started out like this, but it have blossomed into something great. And for the beauty of Black YouTubers, that'll show you the beauty of YouTube, right? That'll show you the beauty of teaming up, collaborating. And I understand that because my theory, what I used to think like, and I'm here working on because God ain't through with me yet, that I would say, you don't need all these people. Build it yourself. You don't need, but you do need relationships. I've learned that because I've been in the room with people that I did not like, but it's good for business if we can turn our differences and sit down and make this paper. So I evolved on my position. The old Wiley would say, sir, be independent, you don't need, but in the new Wiley that been in this business now a little longer, you do need people that you can collaborate with because you can get to your destination faster with the help of others. And when he said this, he said something so powerful. We put our minds together. You got the manager number? Is that the manager? We put our minds together that they collaborated with each other and that energy produced something. I think it's going to be incredible things. Whatever they do, I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be dope. I think it's going to be great. I'm here for it. I would love, and I'm glad that they have linked up. And I'm glad that This is a man, this is a woman, and they both understand business, and it's not no cattiness, and they're both confident. I believe both of them are strong and confident in their own light. And when he said this, that they didn't talk about no YouTubers because they were like extremely busy and all of that, I think that's dope. Now, my trip, it was a little different. People name were dropped. People name were mentioned in meetings, some shows that they did want to go to. And I had to tell some of these artists that went on my show, I said, I think you would be great to go on these other shows, but don't be shocked that they don't answer your phone call because you came on the Wiley Show. I had to have these conversations with these people because, I understand it because somebody mentioned somebody's name in the meeting. I want to go on this person's show. I was just saying, this person said to be there. I was in Chicago. I want to go on a my Wiggins show. So somebody stood up in the meeting. No, you ain't gonna be able to go on that show. You went on Wiley Show. That ain't gonna happen. And then I said this, and I laughed. But then I said this. I said, if you're really talented, if you have a dope record, brother, go. Even if you have to drag me to get there, then do it because I want you to be successful. Because I had a meeting with some people and I was talking and helping them, giving them strategy. I said, if it's a dope record, if you have to go in your pocket and pay to get on these platforms, then do it, brother. Don't take what we had or any interviewing you to get it up. No, your top priority is your career. And if that's to help you to get to the next level, then go ahead, get there, right? But his name was mentioned in the meeting because they wanted to go on his show for the music. I said, send it to him. You just never know because he does a show. He does a thing for the video. He plays video. He have a massive platform of artists that's engaging. And if your record is dope, they'll flock to it. And if it's trash, so what? Because he still talked about it. And so you'll still get some people that be coming over there and just see your music. So, but nevertheless, though, when it comes to Erica Banks, when it comes to that, I just think that's beautiful. I think that's dope. But everybody, I will tell you this, that even for myself, I can be shady, but there's some people that I just cannot shade anymore. I'm going to just be honest with you. Some people, I used to get shade, but I ain't going to shade it anymore because now I'm like, okay, let me move back. Let me not, you got to get a little, you learn in this business. And that's a Scorpio nature. Us Scorpios, we don't like people telling us what to do, baby. We love to move like we move, like the Kayas, the why. You get us, and these Scorpios, like we do it. But then you got to be sweet because there be some people that I had dragged. I had to make a phone call and apologize to this blogger, and we talked because I'm like, why did you do me like that? And you just dragged me. And I'm like, I don't know. I just addicted. I need to go to dragging shady rehab, because I did it. But I will also say this, though. I love the fact to see Candace and Ahmad Wiggins team up for this reason. Because what it does, it bursts the idea that you can collaborate with people. You may be dragging somebody today, but tomorrow that might be your friend. You may be dragging somebody today, then tomorrow y'all might be good friends. So never judge a person right now. Just keep watching. You just never know how it is. And I think it's smart. Now, this is me as a business person because I am a blogger. Is it a smart business decision for Ahmad? Who gains from that relationship? Who gains? Who gains from that relationship the better? I think Ahmad Wiggins gains a lot from this because he wants the 100,000. He wants the 300,000. He wants the 400,000. I think it's a very beautiful thing, but also too, Candace learned from Ahmad Wiggins. She gets to, be more out there, more, laying her hair down, throwing out her guards a little bit, showing her other side, being a little free, not so safeguarded, So I like that because when he said this, because I'm going to say this, I did throw shade. I did throw shade at Ahmad Wiggins with this part when he told Candace, make it nasty. And then she got it because at first, baby, Candace looked like she just got out of Bible bed and she was taking a picture with her pastor for appreciation service. But then Ahmad Wiggins did, but then you bring your cousin that just went out here and just said, make it nasty, make it nasty. And she went over there and got it. I'm like, what? And I still look at that picture every day, every single day. Every single day I'm looking at that thing. I'm like, Rue? Like, yes, 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 yes. So I love it. It shocked me. And I'm like, what? You got all that back there? Wait a minute. All that back there? So, and I definitely hear it. And this is the thing with this show. Y'all producers, y'all get me in we get each other in a lot of mess. These people like, your chat, I'm like, listen, what did Wiley say? Because I can't control what my chat says. Because over here, producers, we give our opinion. Over here, this show have been so lit of giving our opinion. And because one person I do want to meet, because I want, my producers, they're going to give their opinion. Once they see that I'm going to a new direction, my producers, they going to call and say, they going to let it be known. I heard some people got me together on this show, but I love it because we have that type of relationship. Keep it real with me. Don't be fake. Put an address on it, how you feel, and and it is what it is. But with that being said, people say, look at his chat. He built his platform. No. We built this platform on transparency where we can keep it real with each other, right? But I think that was an awesome meetup of my Wiggins and Daytime Tea Time. Unfortunately, me singing his praises and singing Candace's praises, the public are not going to share that with lightning speed. But if I was getting on here being shady, it gets like lightning speed, like the kneecaps. That joke, I saw it. Other people were saying it, and I said in a comedic way, and he mentioned it because I said, "Ooh, look at them knees." He was like, "Well, get into that Gucci drip." I said, "I can't get into that Gucci drip because I'm looking at them knees." But I can understand it, and that lets you know that you ain't all. We all have our stuff that we're not always perfect, and the things of that nature. Just know next time you ain't gonna really see the knees looking like that. Best believe he gonna be having some glow cream, lightning cream for them kneecaps. But other than that, it was great. I think it was an awesome meetup. I think that it was an awesome meetup. Do y'all agree with me in the chat? Even if y'all disagree, I personally believe that it was a awesome meetup when my Wiggins and Daytime Tea Time met up and they done business together. I think it's awesome. I don't see nothing wrong with it. People were saying stuff in the comments, and I'm like, what's the problem with unity? What is the problem? I've linked up with people, other bloggers. It's no issue. It's even if the people speak against it, the bloggers got to be strong enough is not to fall for what the people want, right? If you say you love Candace and Daytime Tea Time say, this your brother, you love him, the people, don't let the people sway y'all relationship because, it's the people's job to say yay or nay, just like it was their job with the whole Brandy and Monica. They allow people to get involved and just, but don't allow nobody to talk about you or to destroy something. If it's a great business relationship, you gain from it. It's an awesome game. Don't mess it up. I think it's dope. I think it's awesome. I think it's a dope situation. And I think it's dope. I honestly think it's dope. And people say, oh my gosh, Wiley, you sound like a hater. I'm a comedian. His knees were ashy. I just said it, left it alone. And then the next day, I saw the video. I said, I'm going to do content on the story time because I was interested because it was hot. Why not? Because baby, let me count how many DMs I got in my DM. Let me just count. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 12 DMs say, Wiley, you're going to talk about it. So if the people is requesting for me to talk about it, why would I not talk about it? That's bad business. When your audience and my DMs, could you talk about Tamar? Could you talk about this? They're requesting to talk about it. So why can I not talk about it? And I don't feel shame when I do talk about it. Even if you disagree with me, I don't mind you disagree with me, but that ain't going to change how I feel about the situation. I think it was a dope situation. But to other bloggers out there, a disclaimer, when I do open up the phone lines, don't take what my people say and let it saying that I'm saying this, right? Be strong enough, because I get dragged in comments on the regular. If I judge a blogger on how I get dragged in comments, baby, these people drag me for filth. I could just tell you the stuff that these people will say about Wiley. But if you ain't saying it, why I gotta say it about nobody else? You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed the situation. Ooh, Wiley, you only saying that because you want to be invited in Atlanta. You only saying it because you want Candace to link up with you. Here they go. And that's typical of what they're going to say. But again, I would say no. When I do go to Atlanta, I will be going to Atlanta, and I will be, having a good time in Atlanta. I have family in Atlanta, and I will be having a good time in Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta, I think, twice already, and this will be my third time going to Atlanta. So this is going to be great. So I don't understand. I travel, I go out of town. I just think that a lot of stuff you don't really see me talk about a lot of things because I'm very, very humble. I rarely talk about situations like that. Okay. So I say you have to make smart decisions because some of these people are instigating. I personally don't feel you should talk about other bloggers on your channel, but it's not my business. It's your channel. And I talk about the bloggers they popping. Why not? Why not? It's something that and this is the thing. With this situation, you got the Erica Banks, you got 1501. Why would I not talk about that? You know what I'm saying? I will talk about it because it will be hot. Just like they talk about other bloggers. I'll be kind of crazy not to take a page out of a winning strategy that is working. You know what I'm saying? I'll be crazy not to say when I know that this story was hot because it had Erica Banks in it and all these other places in it. So I just think it was dope. I think it was awesome. So let me put the number down in the chat and we will open up the phone line. If anybody want to call in, this is the time to call. In fact, we love to hear about other people. Y'all love to hear it. And I see the numbers. I see the requests of the people. And I don't just judge people in the chat. It be people that you don't see send emails. Most people that watch the show, they don't be in the chat. It's about 10 of y'all in the chat, 360 people in the bushes. Them the folks that send the emails and the messages in the DMs and everything like that. They the ones that request to talk about this, talk about that. They talk about a whole plethora of subjects, right? It's just with people, they are so caught up into whatever's going on that they'll call me or they'll say, hey, Wiley, you said this, you should have said that. And that's okay. Call in and let me know. It's a good business strategy, more viewers and subs for a mob, but it wasn't so genuine. Somebody said in other comments, I told you with Star Wars to post a picture of him while at ATL, assuming he was out with his boyfriend, let that man turn up in peace. Suppose it was somebody else, man. Again, it was in my DM. He's a public figure, and I don't feel bad for it. It was outside. It was in my DM, and I put my logo on it, and I'm not going to apologize for something that is a public figure. Period. Point blank. I don't feel apologizing for it. It was a good post. I said question mark exclusive. No different than what TMZ does. No different what the Shade Room does. No different what the Neighborhood Talk does. Is that when Wiley does it, it's so effective and it just sends shockwaves. Oh my God, why do you do that? Like, girl, but you just stop from clicking on there and watching it? No. You actually want to see what more can Wiley post, you know? Oh, come on, up. That's all I want to say. And so I just, I have to keep doing me. And it is. So when I was talking to some people, I was sending messages. I would say, what do you think about it? Do you think that's a good business decision? Let it be known. Because over here, I don't like subtweets. What I like when you put an address on it and where you can have a conversation on it and stuff like that. Ain't your fault, but Ashley D's. If Wiley had Ashley D's, his producers would send him. Oh, shit. They talk about Ashley D's. So when I talked about Ashley D's, they dragged me to comments, right? I told you my producers keep it real with me. Even people that ain't, I say you're a producer. They say you got a snotty nose and your artist had to get you tissue and you got this, you got that. So they were really, really dragging me in the comments. And you talk about this, and you got a snotty nose and all that. Ain't your fault. He got Ashley while he had. So yes, so they were really, really dragging me in the comments. But Yeah, it was really dragging me in the comments. So what I would suggest, if you want to call in, do you think this relationship is genuine? Call in 646-716-8447. If not, I'm going to bring this video to a close because we can't be really lengthy with this video because yesterday it was 3 hours long and I had to chop some stuff up out of that video. So I don't want this to be a 3 hour long video. So if anybody want to call in, this is your time to call in because I know most of my audience right now, y'all are working. Y'all are out here getting out. These were so bad. People thought he had on socks, ashy and two-tone. So yeah, so that was the big piece. But his dressing was lit. His dressing was really lit. Like the man can dress. I really can tell he really dress. Me, I don't like to put that much money into like clothes. I'm telling you that to me, I don't. When it comes to clothes, people drag you because you are also bad. Yes. Oh, I got an appointment with my dentist. Let me see what time is my appointment. Because if it ain't that long, let me see. What time do I have an appointment with my dentist? Let me see. Because I had an appointment with them, so I'm trying to see. Because I was just about to have so some stuff I'm gonna have to cancel. I'm gonna have to probably cancel this dental appointment and do it tomorrow because wow. Give me a second, you guys. Okay, nobody called in, so I'm gonna bring this video to a close. I call them after the show. They said we all have studied those before. People drag you because you're so messy. Who am I? Yes, he dresses nice. Candice pants were cute too. They're trying to say that because Lovely T said that. The kneecaps were ashy though. They said your teeth are looking white. Yeah, so I'm getting things together. So I'm supposed to go back to the dentist today, and child, it's really a lot when you are taking care of yourself, and it's a lot of money too. They said hopefully he lotion his ashy knees next time and won't nobody say nothing. Yeah, because I saw it and I said something, and so yeah, I said something, and people was like, "Oh, Wiley, this." I said, "I'm a commentator. It is what it is." They said, "Wiley, great show per usual." Thank you for that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Candy's want to help him since Sasha helping Storm. It's a race to see who gets to 100 G first. Oh my gosh! I knew y'all was gonna say that. I can see why y'all saying that. But me personally, I don't think so. I don't get that vibe. I just think that it's a genuine vibe of it. I think it's an awesome vibe of it. I just think, let me look at their numbers. They're both naked. They're both going to get to 100K, but it's all about who gets there first, right? I think Ahmad Wiggins will get there first. I think Ahmad Wiggins, because the moves that he's making, I think that he will get to 100K first. I honestly believe so. Because Storm is sitting at 82,000. Ahmad Wiggins is almost at 90,000 right now. I think that unless Storm and Rowe get a story that just out of this world, but guess what? Both of them, both of them will get to 100K. That's a fact. One is going to get there before the other, but yes, both of them will definitely get there. So that just to me. Okay, well, I've had some viral videos. Actually, show I'm here for the match. I think so. Now, if Ahmad Wiggins will get there, of course, people will bring up Candace. Oh, it's because he teamed up with Candace. All this and this. Of course, they will bring that up. So Monroe gets 100K. It's because of Tasha K. He was Tasha K mentee. Of course, they're going to say that because both of them brothers teamed up with other YouTubers. And so, of course, they're going to bring that up, right? So it is what it is, but I'm going to be excited for both of them because they're both deserving. Storm is deserving. I've been knowing him from ever since he started on as being consistent as a blogger. We work together, and I think Ahmad Wiggins, I will tell him, I think he's an amazing blogger too. I think both of them will get to their 100K. Now, the mess going to be when they get to their 100K, everybody going to be saying, whoever get there first. Now, the reason why I think Storm has increased so fast than Ahmad Wiggins is because Storm will talk about anything that is dealing with celebrity gossip. This man graduated, got his master's degree, and his approach with blogging, most like Candace. He does his research. He talk about these people, and he's consistent every day. It's like his content is like a faculty of content. If I would have listened to Storm Monroe's strategy, I would have been at bigger numbers when I first worked because he dropped a gem in my ear, but I ignored it. But he posts content daily. He used to. Now he don't have to do daily. Now he just does a video a day. He just go live, and he just go live one day. Before that, videos would just drop like clockwork. Storm Monroe. And that's how he got in there, and people flocked onto that. And his Tasha K piece was a push and a boost, but I just think it's because of his work ethic. His work ethic was there. Even you can't even use up Tasha K with a mild Wiggins, right? You look at his work ethic, right? It was his work ethic. It was his work ethic. And when people bring it up, I always say, no, the brother works very hard for his channel. Both of them work very hard because Tasha K can sit there all day and say, subscribe. But if you lazy, if you boring, they not going to subscribe to your channel. So I'm going to just say that again. If you boring and dry, she can say all day long to after she get through playing her Pangea Watch commercial, go subscribe to Storm. If he ain't offer the people what they are accustomed to, which is content, it ain't going to go nowhere. So that's one thing I can personally say that both them brothers, when you talk about Mr. Monroe or Mr. Wiggins, both of them brothers have put the work in. Both of them. He be putting out videos that the lady love, some store, and the ladies love him. He's a very attractive young man. Period. And the ladies love. He got some beautiful sisters over there. And I listened to one of his videos. They was doing the what video they was doing? They was doing the oh my gosh. I think it was the sleepover or the slumber party, whatever they was doing over there. Them women that was over there, I was watching that. I was watching that sleepover just to see what ladies go hit that link. And baby, they hit that link. They definitely hit that link. But somebody asked me, who would I like to meet? My main blogger that I would love to meet is a couple of people. But one of my major bloggers that I would love to link up with is y'all know Nick at Night. I think I would love to link up with Nick. Nick at Night, like that is one blogger. Let me make sure I ain't blocked because I have been really good. Nick at Night is one blogger that I would love to link up with. Yes, Nick at Night is just one of those bloggers. Okay, I would love to link up with. I would bring this call on, but they get on here dragging, and I ain't got time for them to be getting on here dragging because they're gonna mess up the whole vibe. Yeah, that's one blogger I would love to meet. Is Nick? Oh my gosh, she posted this picture on Labor Day. Nick, I gotta add her to my story right now. She posted that story for Labor Day. She posted this 2 days ago. I'm gonna call it to her show 2 days ago, and she on the boat. Is it a yacht or a boat? She got her braids. She got this Libra print shirt, the black shorts, the blue black braids, that brown. Woo! I just saw this post because yesterday I went on there and I just saw it today. Let me see. Let me add her to my story. Let me see. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Oh, up. Wiley love him some Nick at Night. 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 Yes. I'm really I saw that. That's what I want to see at Labor Day. Yes, I should have went over there for Labor Day. Let's go to the phone lines. Anonymous, you live on the air. Is this Neek? Hello? Anonymous, you live. Who is this?
Hey, what you're doing the most? You always dick ride in somebody else's other bloggers. Why don't you say
Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Sam, I'm in my own man. I'm sitting down in my own lane.
You always kissing other bloggers' ass. You always talking about Jason Lee, Armon, Wiggins. It's annoying as hell. Just talk about celebrities.
We talked about celebrities, man, and you triggered.
Let's talk about other bloggers. Dang.
Are you mad because I ain't talking about you? Are you mad because I ain't talking about you? I told she gonna get on here dragging. I do exactly what that was. I told you she was gonna get on here dragging. I just had a feeling. She got real triggered when I said Nick at night is beautiful. Like, what the problem? Stop watching it. I'm like, what the world's going on? And so you always talk about other bloggers. Oh, you say you went to high school with her. Really? Okay. Oh, gosh. She's so quiet. Why do we like women now? Maybe they call it out of this one. I don't watch them, but the back to work, I go home. She's a fan of somebody. So she get a ticket. Y'all can't trigger Wiley, so you gotta stop. I'm like, I just said I like me, and I saw that song, that lady got triggered. I can't wait for Wendy to call in to talk about a Miles Wiggins situation. Oh gosh, that you say you can't wait for the Wendy Williams caller to call in. Yes, she came on the phone really mad. Wiley is unbothered. I wish people would realize that. Wiley, they are really trying you in the chat. So many trigger push jealous. I'm like, but what am I to tell them? Wiley, man, I knew it because what my audience like though, because I do it so effectively. I know how to roast and gag. You know, I do it very effectively. I may say so myself. I know how to roast. So when they're not getting that roast segment, oh, Tom uplifted the block. It's too much positivity. Even though we got 300 some odd people in the chat. Thank y'all. Okay, today she was bad. Wiley ain't bothered. Wendy still mad at Wiley in timeout. They said, Wendy blood pressure because of Tasha Cat. And I'm like, she get mad at me because me and my Wiggins, we had our peace summit. And we came to a group. We're at peace. And baby, when I tell you that the people did not like that peace segment, that peace summit, them people did not like it. They were calling in. The majority of the people loved it, right? But it was some that were very vocal, just like that Wendy Williams caller. She called in. People were getting triggered, releasing their bank statement, and that video got over 10,000 views. Those are incredible numbers for the Wiley Show. I felt that was a lit show. I only had one phone call, and she dragged me and she said I need to stop riding these bloggers and all that type of stuff. I was still looking at my side. I'm looking at y'all comments. And I'm like, so man, we had a conversation. We talked, and it was a great conversation. And them people that next day, baby, they called in raw. I'm like, what the world? What the world? The Wendy Williams calling, and she started to drag me. But she ain't called back in. She ain't called back in. Because this ain't your show. You can give your opinion, but you cannot dictate to change my opinion. Absolutely not. This is the Wiley Show. And I have to tell people that, like, you just can't dictate. I have to do the show what I think is great for me and what I think is great for the audience. And of course, you can let it be known, but at the same time, I have to make the final say so, the final decision. It's the Wiley Show. So she tried to call in because it didn't fit into her narrative. Because she was upset with Ahmad Wiggins because he blocked her. That's what it was. And I understand that. Like, these people, they get blocked over there, in which this is something that I disagree with Ahmad Wiggins on. But this is me and him. We are not the same people. But his strategy is, if you're in a chat, if you're dragging me, you're not welcome over at my channel. I can understand it. And or if he's being talked about and you're in the chat, or if you call in, I've known a couple of people that said they called into the Wiley Show and they're not welcome over there, and that's why they don't call in no more, because they don't want to get blocked over there. I'm like, that's fine and dandy with me. If you're a grown woman, you want somebody to control you, go right ahead. Because I'm like this. I'm like this. Please, let me make this perfectly clear that I totally believe that a subscriber viewer should be freely to go where they want to go, because I don't want to go nowhere. I mean, I don't want nobody to tell me where I should and should not go. I don't like that, especially if you are a contributor, you are a viewer, you are a member, you are a donator. You should freely be able to go where you want to go. And my thing is this: even if you don't comment, only thing you're going to do is just watch in the bushes. So as long as you watch it, I'm good for it. Obviously, right now, I know I'm doing an incredible job because I'm not getting too many nasty tweets as I get in the morning. Them people have seats. I used to get nasty tweets in the morning, X, Y, and Z, but not this morning because it was a positive show. It was a great meetup. That was the spirit, and I'm sticking on it. You don't get all that resistance. Now, if I would have said daytime and such and the mind is such and such and such, then you will see callers, they'll call in. No. But when it's positive, you may get one or two. You don't really call in when it's a positive show. I understand. But when it's a messy show, when it's the mess and the mess is thick, oh, Wiley, I got this to say. That you think I'm crazy? I've been in this business a long time. I know how to get people to call in. I know who go really call in and get it up in. You're intelligent. You got to be intelligent to call in and say, hey, well, this is what I think. A, B, and C. Yeah, I don't comment. I try to stay in the bushes, but so busy, lady, while you're entertaining. But if I was on here dragging both of them, phone lines will be thick. I don't like Ahmad Wiggins. And then my thing is this, because most of them don't like him. It's so funny because I be knowing the truth. Why you don't like Ahmad Wiggins? Because he blocked me. So if he unblocked you, you will love him. And so don't say you don't like him. You just doesn't like that he blocked you. And then you come over here because we're going to hear you out, because I just think it's entertaining that you so upset, upset that you got blocked. Because me, I've been blocked. Well, I did cry when I was blocked, but I was manic. But I built my own platform. So, but I built my own platform. The back and forth show trying to be why mention names. I don't like YouTube ads. I don't thrive off this issue, so I don't even know these runs, especially that B sector. Oh yeah, you definitely don't watch that because that's what they do in that sector. They get blocked by mine and they come over here and drag you, right? And they get blocked, and then they call in and they say these things, but they're upset because they were blocked. And me being a good person, I did cry. I cried because I was mainly crying about other stuff. It wasn't just that piece. That was even before was that before the library situation?
For the library situation. Was it before? I don't know if that was for the library situation, but I do know I was in.
I think after that, a little after that, I went into the mental hospital. I did because I was over it. I can remember it was a low moment for my life. This is my daily dose of laughter. Can you shout out Uncle Earl? He's listening. Shout out Uncle Earl. What up, Uncle? When they come over here with the mess, we checked him at the door. Yes, because I love drama too. Don't get me wrong, but for this, it wasn't no drama. It was lit. Now, when the show first started, when they first linked up, when I was in the hotel room and I was giving my opinion on it, then I knew that it was going to be some mess when I gave my opinion on the situation. And when I gave my opinion, some people didn't like it. They was like, Wiley, I don't like it. Excuse me. But it was great to have the opinion, you know, because I gave my opinion and some people didn't like it. And that's because you really like a guy, you have feelings. Yeah, and it was never in no malicious intent. I thought a little jibby jab, but baby, I ain't that way. Because I thought it was a genuine meetup. People still want beans, but they get blocked everywhere. Wiley doesn't block. People come to Wiley and show to be free of mind. That's what it is, because we free thinkers over here and people are able to express it, and we welcome it. We do welcome it. Even on a call in, we welcome you to express yourself because we just really don't block you. I learned that from Tasha K. She said, I learned that from Tasha K. Hold on. I had issues with Tasha K, and having those issues. No, I'm sorry. They get their issues, or whoever they had issues, and I had a conversation with Tasha K, and she said, just don't block them. Let them say whatever, you know. And I learned that from her, and that's the policy that I have. I said, don't block them. You maybe can time them out, but just don't block them. Let them say what they want to say, because it's good. It's a good clicking of view over here. Let them say what they want to, and let them express themselves. While they're malicious, you just sit down with me. Yeah, I'm not malicious with it, because when they had that conversation, it was dope. It was great. It was awesome. Daytime looked great. They were in the park. It was really awesome. So I'll be down to get on here and just to be shady unnecessary, because I would have to. It wasn't no shade. It was an awesome meetup, and I think it was great for Black YouTube. I think it was awesome for Black YouTube. I said that before, and I want to say it again. It's awesome for Black YouTube. Yes. Hold on, y'all. Because now people are texting me. I was like, what the world? Call in. One person texted me talking about, I don't like this. I don't think it's right that they linking up. I don't think this and this. I'm like, what the problem? Why can they not link up? Because like when people get up on here, they want unity. Then when the unity happen, the unity happen, it is what it is. Okay? It just definitely don't. Some people deserve to be blocked. They go from platform to platform and messiness. Let them just talk. I don't take it. I don't take it personal. They say you talk about a mod 24/7. I don't talk about a mod 24/7, but that's your opinion. I like that Wiley has the skin for the business. Most are intelligent crybaby. Yeah, it is, because when people say 24/7, that's a lie. But I mention him because he's a hot topic, and I don't feel no shame for it, and I never will. Never will feel shame for it when people mention Tasha K daily. Because you mention these people. Why? Because people are tuning in and watch. Let's have a debate. I would love somebody to get up there and debate. We could debate this and for 5 hours. This could be a shut-in live for 5 hours. That's a very effective hour. Because I'm like, and then I had a conversation with somebody that watch a lot of YouTube. He said, why are they getting mad at you when they mention Tasha K all day, get their best views, their most super chats when they talk about Tasha K? So they get mad at you talking about somebody that brings you views. Is that a problem? Why is it a problem for Wiley? It's because I'm a dark-skinned, cockeyed man with a disability. If I wasn't cockeyed, if I was light-skinned, very attractive, with a nice body, I won't get half of the roast and the gags. That's what it is. That's why they can say what they want to say. But they ain't going to go to these other platforms and say none of that. Because you know why you ain't going to say it to the other platform? Because they're going to cuss you out, because somebody did it. You're going to get cussed out, number one, embarrassed, cussed out, and blocked. And you ain't going to get none of your money back. They're going to delete you from a member. I've seen people get deleted from members, cussed out, blocked, and all they did was they disagreed, and they got deleted as a member. But over here, Wiley, you can just say whatever. You ain't gonna get cussed out, blocked, called the N-word. Just say it is. Because I know women love to talk. And the mess thing when women say yes, let them talk. And baby, the women that do call into the Wiley Show, baby, they do talk. And we let you talk. We don't rush you off. Now, eventually when the show grows, I ain't gonna be able to be on the phone with you 30, 40, 50 minutes like I used to. Eventually, we're gonna have to cut it down to about 2 to 3 minutes. But as of right now, it's still easy for you to call in. But go right over there. I tell people, keep that same energy. Go right over there. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be just like Seeley. Because I already know how to go play. You're going to get dragged, cussed out, blocked. And you're going to be right back over there at the Wiley Show. I'm like, oh, how did that work out? Didn't work out good, didn't it? Yes, and most of the time, if you've been on here talk, I try to wait till another call to get on instead of doing like a time limit. Sometimes I do rush people off because when you handle calls, it's very rough. You know, it all depends on the spirit of the conversation, other calls and stuff like that. But yeah. But I do sometimes rush callers off. I will admit that. Lovely T never brings other bloggers never. She's above, neither does impressive or later land. Lovely T never brings up other bloggers. Is you sure about that? I could be a little messy though, but I'm not. But you say Lovely T never brings up other bloggers? Okay. All right. That's what you gonna say. You must be a tea sipper, but I'm a tea sipper too, and I watch everything. But I can be a little messy. You're gonna be used and abused by clear. We'll never see it coming. They said, I mean, she just had a whole beef with T.S. Madison, you know, with all that type of situation. She pretty much was trying to drag T.S. Madison because now she cool with she cool with Kaya. So let's not talk about that Lovely T. Don't be talking about no blog, because that's a lie. That is a whole lie. She mentioned T.S. Madison, and then T.S. Madison got out there and called her a long throat, talking about she married to a white man, and she said, girl, if you don't see it for me, don't play my content. Take my content down. Next case, that's me. That's me. That's in my chateau. Take my content, you long throat. That's what she said. That's what she said. Her and T.S. Madison got into it. Girl, we know you. We see you. It's because you friends with old girl, and it is what it is. You coming at me. Yeah. But she do talk about it. I'm just saying. But it's not okay. That's what you're not getting yet. They said, obviously, was other bloggers who ain't getting strike. Yeah, well, she was the only blogger that didn't get a strike from Kaya. See, I watch this stuff. And I be entertained by it. I really do. I be entertained by it because she didn't get a strike because, you know, Kaya had gave Wiggins a strike. And he went on a whole tirade. Then his audience, he started to notice that them people took Kaya's side. You should have played that content. It was fair. It wasn't no fair use. Sit down. You played our whole content. Then he started dragging Kaya. Them black women started coming over there. Don't you talk about her? But she called me the F word. She be saying that. That's a black woman. Baby, them black women, they stood up for Kaya. Yes, they did. He was in there trying to drag Kaya. Them black women said, you ain't about to drag my Kaya. I remember about this. I was talking about this the other day, and it said, well, you have, and maybe you should have, no, you ain't. If you black people, you're playing with your views. Less money than YouTube. What's the YouTubers don't understand what's $1 for each other because black too much. Right. I remember that. I remember that. And he was like, well, it was another YouTuber that played it, and she didn't get a strike because she did not strike Lovely T. And shortly after that, Lovely T was dragging T.S. Madison. She dragged her. Yes, she did. And then T.S. Madison got in that basement, baby, and she started, that was a fun beef. 0735, call you on air.
Hey, Mom, Birmingham, Alabama.
All right. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. Go ahead, sister.
It's probably my phone. Mess around with all this different cell phones that just don't act right. How you doing today, Wiley?
I'm doing good.
The subject at hand, it's like, wow, we all can't be great.
I mean,
Why
we can. We
what
can.
we love.
We can. But I just think like it's good competition when you make. It's the beauty of comedy. It's the beauty because what if comedians get along with everybody? Then what would your jokes be about? You know, it is what it is.
I know, right? It'll be quick jokes. I mean, I love all kinds of jokes, Cat Williams jokes, my jokes, your jokes, sit down jokes, wheelchair jokes, retarded jokes. I just love jokes. If I can make myself laugh, I'm happy. If I can make you laugh, I'm even happy. I mean, it's all life is life, but we can't just wear our feelings on our shoulders and be hurt and fall down because somebody said something about us.
Right.
Or did something to us. Each one teach one. That's why I like you so much because you're so original. Your content is original. You might go back and forth with the beat sector, but guess what? You still Wiley.
Absolutely. I'm so come on.
Come through, Marquis. Come through, Marquis. Come through.
I'm still, and that's not going to change. I'm gonna still, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna still be me. And a lot of times, what people have to understand is you do what works for your channel, and that is an advice I give for free. Like you cannot allow people to dictate your platform, and you try to satisfy everybody because it's gonna be somebody you ain't gonna be able to satisfy. Somebody ain't gonna always. Everybody ain't gonna always agree with every move that you make, and that's just something that you just have to just, you know, deal with.
The Wiley Show. When you come to visit me? Birmingham, Alabama.
I don't know when I'm gonna come to Alabama. I can't even promise you when I'm gonna come to Alabama.
Well, I got you. When you come here, I got you.
All right, then. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can add that. I'll add that to my vision board. Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham. I'm gonna get off the phone. I just want to say hello to your mods, your chat, everybody. I just love all parts of your platform.
Yeah, Birmingham, Alabama. Thank you, sister.
Talk to you later, Wiley. We'll be back in the chat.
Thank you. Okay, she want me to go to Birmingham, Alabama, y'all. Birmingham. I never thought about. I went to Jackson, Mississippi. I know I was stranded in Jackson. We went to Atlanta, and then I took the bus, and I was heading back to Dallas, and it was going to snow. For some odd reason, that year it was snowing in Jackson, Mississippi. And I'm like, they ain't got no salt truck. But we got there the night it was a night before it snowed. Oh, we can't go because if we would have just kept going, we would have missed the snow. But no, we got stranded in Jackson, Mississippi. I stayed at the Roof Inn, whatever, Red Roof Inn Motel, whatever it is. And it was crazy. And I was stranded in Jackson for 2 nights. I was stranded in Jackson, Mississippi. And they have to put us in this rundown, motel. And so if I do go to Birmingham, I don't know. I'll see about that. You ever want to get stranded? I got stranded in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm like, what? Jackson, Mississippi? The poorest part of the United States? It's so freaking poor in Jackson. And them cab drivers was charging people all through the roof. I was taking a lift. I wasn't taking no cab. And I met this girl and this woman, and she was it was decent because we linked up. We started getting food and stuff and walk. Because I was kind of like, we went. Where did we go? I think it was like a water or whatever it was. We went there next to the 8, and we sat, we chilled, and we talked. But it was quite crazy. But I did kind of like it because I was talking and meeting different people about my show. So it was great. I got found out they aren't that. Baby, that's Poe. You talking about Jackson, Mississippi ain't Poe? Baby, Jackson, Mississippi, that's a Poe. Like, I'm looking like, is this Mississippi cricket letter, I, hump, that I? Baby, that's a Poe place. I'm looking like, is this Mississippi? I'm like, is this Jackson, Mississippi? I'm like, Mickey. Baby, Jackson, Inglewood, Chicago make Jackson, Mississippi, Inglewood, compared to Jackson, make Inglewood look like the Hilton Hotel. Paul, everybody look like. But I ain't gonna get Jackson, Mississippi that much because there's some people that live in Mississippi. You know, we got some Mississippi producers. I don't want to say what you mind that Jack myself ain't that Paul. We ain't that Paul down there. Y'all northern folks down there in Chicago and all that. And then here in Mississippi here, it ain't really that high Paul. Wait a minute. Okay, let me not talk about Mississippi. Let me move on. If you from Mississippi, press 1. Anybody that's from Mississippi. But Jackson, if you think Jackson, Mississippi is horrible, press 2. But we don't want to insult Jackson, Mississippi. I think Jackson, Mississippi, you know, that was Medgar Evers from, and a lot of the civil rights icons, you know, people went through Mississippi. But Jackson is pretty messed up. I don't care what I saw it. I went through the bus. Where's, you know, move on. Let me move on. Let me move on from Mississippi. Because, you know, I don't want to mess up. My wife probably down there in Mississippi. Okay? My wife probably down there talk about Mississippi. One thing about Mississippi, well, we real good cunt folk down here in Mississippi. Let me not talk about Mississippi. Let me move on. I will go down there for some collard greens and some neck bones and all that type of good stuff. I love, you know, they can't cook down there in Jackson, Mississippi. You know, some oxtails and all that type of stuff. You know, if you're from Mississippi, you know, maybe I'll come down there and do a little meet and greet. I'll bring some, you know, some shovels, some garbage bags, you know, hammers and nails and, you know, hazard mask suits and all that type of stuff. My security got to be down there. I'm just saying. My wife she probably down there in Mississippi. But Brandy is from Mississippi. I can't give Mississippi that book. But she ain't from Jackson, though. She Macomb, Mississippi. She Macomb. I don't know what Mississippi she from. And they're country that Paul. And I have bars everywhere. You better say that, Wiley. Y'all take get your piece out of Jackson. She's from Brandy's from Mississippi. Okay. Some good eat down there in Mississippi. Okay, let me not talk about Mississippi. All right, oh Lord, I hope this ain't the governor of Mississippi. 1335, call you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Okay, Wiley. First of all, I want to say that you are doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate you. And I actually loved when you and Armon came together, the little peace summit. I actually love that.
Yes.
You know, it's just so nice seeing us come together. Second of all, Wiley, please don't get Jackson too much, okay?
Oh, I ain't gonna get Jackson.
All right, please.
It was a little poor.
I'm not from Jackson. It's poor, but it's not the poorest. I would say that will be Central Mississippi, which is like it's called the Delta, Greenville, Indianola, places like that. Now, I'm from Mississippi. I'm from North. I'm from Tupelo, which is really close to Memphis. However, I reside in the A now. But Wally, I wanted to say you were doing an awesome job. Like, I really enjoy you.
Oh, you
I
from
really
this?
do. I just didn't want you to.
So you moved to Atlanta.
I'm sorry.
So you were in Atlanta by yourself?
I've been to. No, my husband and my 3 kids. We've been here for 10 years now.
Oh, that's a blessing.
And we absolutely love it. Not going back, buying our first home and everything. And I think you should move here, Wiley.
I think I might, you know, move there. I you know, how about would you move back to Jackson, Mississippi? Would you move back? Would you go and live in Jackson, Mississippi? Get your home in Jackson, Mississippi?
No, I lived there for a year. I went to Jackson State for a year. Now, don't get it twisted now, baby. Jackson is good to the 10th power. When I tell you I was in my dorm room, you could hear gunshots and everything. I fell on the low knees and started praying. Saying, "Oh, Jackson is good." Now, if I ever had to go back to Mississippi, it would not be Jackson. It would either be Tupelo or Oxford, which is where my husband is from Oxford, or the coast, Biloxi or Gulfport. But Mississippi overall, they just don't have the job. For me, anyway, for me. That's why my husband and I moved to Atlanta, because just the job opportunity is just
it's better
here. So
it's better. You know, yeah. I'm gonna have to go back to Mississippi. I'm gonna go back. Mississippi, and I would love to move to Atlanta though. I think Atlanta is key. I think next year I would love that. I think it would be great for me to move to Atlanta.
And I said in the chat the other day, like the thing that I love about Atlanta, the metro area. Anyway, a lot of people think like Lawrenceville, that's not the metro area. It's like literally places that's within 20 minutes of Atlanta. That's the metro area. It has a budget for everyone. If you want to pay like a whole lot of money for rent and mortgage, you go to Buckhead, you go to downtown, you go to Midtown. But if you want to be like me, you go to Douglasville, you go to Lithia Springs, Palace Springs, Hiram.
Right.
You're like 20 minutes away from downtown. So it offers a budget for everyone. That's what I really, really love. And for me, it offers the best of both worlds. If my husband and I want to go out to the nightlife and just enjoy the city, we're 20 minutes away. We have kids that we're raising, so we're 20 minutes away, which is kind of, not country, but sort of kind of like a country area.
Right.
Lower than the city.
Yeah, I would love to.
So, Wiley, you come out to the A, Wiley.
I definitely got to come out to the A. Yeah.
But I just wanted to tell you, you're doing good, Wiley. Let me tell you something. I don't care what some haters say. When you and Armon came together, man, that was so refreshing to see. It really, really was. And just keep doing you, Wiley. You are only going up from here, boo.
Thank you, sister.
You are very welcome. Have a good day, Wiley.
All right, thank you. All right, bye-bye. So that was low. Like, wow. Okay, all right. Okay. So, what y'all talking about? I was not flirting. That lady is married. What y'all talking about? I was flirting. I wasn't even flirting. You know what you get? Y'all, it's all about I was not flirting. Okay? I was not flirting. I was not flirting. They said Wiley was flirting. No, I wasn't. Wiley face along is cracking me up. Look like he got called. Very married, 16. Very married. She's very married. I'm prejudice, dog, but put the facts out there. Okay. All right. I just said, are you there by yourself? That ain't flirting. That ain't flirting. I just said, are you there by yourself? And it was like, oh, he flirting. What? Are you okay? Like, how's that flirting? I just said, are you there by yourself? He flirting. I'm like, what? I think you can say, what are we taking going on, show? You were too flirting. She cut the flirt real quick. Get the whole sentence out. They said Wiley was trying to move in with her. They said this is flirting Wiley. You always say Wiley's flirting. When you leave her mind that you were flirting. They said Lisa down. They take care of it next time. Good show. They said Wiley. Wiley like Wiley boy. So now Wiley's trying to see something. Wiley love an entanglement. Oh God. What? I just said, are you there by yourself? Soon as I said that, oh, he flirted. What? How's a flirt? Oh God.
90 seconds.
No, we got 90 seconds and I'm about to go. I can't believe that. As soon as I said you do it. Oh, he flirted. What? They said that caller wanted to move you in with her home. Wiley needed that. You cutting up. It's cool, Wiley. Come on to the A, boo. Okay. Come on to the A. All right, y'all. Thank y'all.
60 seconds.
Thank y'all so very much. We had our 2-hour mark. This was great. This was lit. I will see y'all soon. Peace and blessings to y'all. Thank you all for y'all contributions, for y'all donations, and I will see y'all. Wiley Pickett Smith, always some sort of entanglement. All right, thank y'all, and make sure y'all leave us a comment on how we did in the video. I will see y'all soon. Peace.